You've probably noticed a desire to eat more when you're not getting sufficient sleep, and this is not a coincidence. Some rather fiendish changes will unfold within both your brain and your body when sleep gets short, and it will lead to a path of potential overeating and, as a consequence, weight gain. The first issue concerns two appetite-regulating hormones called leptin and ghrelin. Now, I often joke, they actually sound to me more like two hobbits from Lord of the Rings, but I promise you they are actually real hormones. Leptin will send a satiety signal to your brain, which in other words, in plain speak, means that it sends a signal of fullness. So when leptin levels are high, your appetite is reduced, and as a result, you feel satisfied by the food that you've eaten. Ghrelin, in contrast, does the exact opposite. Ghrelin will rev up your hunger. And so when ghrelin levels are high, you don't feel satisfied by the food that you just ate, and as a result, you'll want to eat more. And sadly, these two hormones go in opposite directions when you're not getting sufficient sleep. So if we limit people, healthy individuals, to, let's say, 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night for a few nights, what happens? First, we see a marked reduction in leptin. Leptin levels will drop by about 18%. And leptin, as you will remember, tells your brain that you are satiated. But when you're not getting sufficient sleep, you're going to lose that sensation, that feeling, that signal of being satisfied by your food. And if that weren't bad enough, levels of the hunger hormone, which is ghrelin, will rocket up when you're not getting sufficient sleep. They will increase by up to 28%. So in other words, you will lose the signal of fullness and you increase the volume on your hunger. And in some ways, to me, this is physiological double jeopardy. You're getting punished twice for the same offense of not getting enough sleep. Once by the loss of the I'm full, I don't want to eat anymore signal, which is leptin, which decreases. And once by the I'm still hungry, I want to eat more signal of ghrelin, which is increasing when you're not getting sufficient sleep. So that's leptin and ghrelin. But recently we've discovered that there is another chemical change triggered by a lack of sleep, and it will also ramp up your hunger and your eating. So you probably know that I should probably not make assumptions of my audience. Let me rephrase that. You may have heard that cannabis gives you the munchies. In other words, it makes you feel hungry. And we will come right back to this issue of cannabis and its relationship with sleep in just a second. The partner supporting